Welcome to the Sisterish Show.
Welcome, welcome.
We are so excited to do our very first episode.
So excited. I'm just excited to bring the tea, you know?
The piping hot tea. Like, so much tea that I don't think people can even handle it.
If we didn't already have a million haters, we're going to have a million more after this episode. No, after all the episodes.
They're going to be lined up at the door. Can't wait to sit and have gossip talk with you every single week. It's like, I'm going to look forward to it, and I just am so excited.
Literally, like, free therapy with my baby sister. And you guys get to listen in into it, so it's going to be epic.
We were trying to figure out, like, what name we wanted to do, and I obviously, like, we're sisters, and that's always been, you know, a prime conversation topic, and I feel like
but are we really sisters? That's the thing. That's what people, I'm just like, Athena, you're not really my sister because...
No, we're only half sisters. Actually, I remember one time in school, I forgot who it even was. I was in, like, elementary school, and someone literally said to me, like, she doesn't count. And she's like, your real sister. Like, they were going around asking, like, how many siblings everyone had.
What a Susan. Like, honestly, it's Susan.
Is Susan the new Karen?
Susan is my new Karen that I will not disclose, but that is my new Karen name. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, first of all, who says that to a child? So I'm assuming this was a child.
Yes.
So then her mom is Susan as well. Because the thing about Athena and me and you, is that we are more sisters than sisters that live together their entire existence. Am I right? Can I get an amen, sister?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like that's something that I, like, really want to highlight throughout this, every episode we do, is I just... like, I want to be the big sisters that, like, people wish that they had.
And, like, blood does not equal sisters. I mean, it does kind of, but not really. Like, the cool thing that, which I know we'll touch on definitely in further episodes, is like becoming an adult and having your convictions and growing as a human being and breaking generational things and all that. It's like you actually get to pick your family. It just so happens my best friend is actually my sister, but blood does not equate to, like, oh, we're closer than sisters because we're fully sisters. I want to, like, beat those people up, like, literally. Because
no,
you and me, insane. We never lived together. How crazy is that? We've never lived together.
Right. So we literally, I was born in 2003. I'm 19. I'm about to be 20 in, like, a few weeks. But I was born and Jackie was already, like,
16,
so, like,
15.
Yeah. I think you literally had your sweet 16, like, the year I was born. So we literally never got to experience living together and, like, coming home from school and, like, your big sister, like, we never, like, I never went in her room and, like, took her clothes. Like, that was not a thing. And so our relationship is very unique in that, and that's what I'm really excited to bring to people. I feel that it's just such a unique relationship and perspective, and it's not normal, and I love not normal. So,
but who wants to be normal?
Exactly. Not me.
Not
if you know me in real life, you know I'm not normal. If you know Jackie in real life, you know she's
IRL.
Definitely not normal. So I really want to bring, like, a new and fresh perspective to the table, and we really have so much to bring that I feel like you can't get anywhere else. I mean, we're in such different places of life, which I feel like is why we're just the dopest people you could listen to. I mean,
we're a little impartial, but yeah, no, I definitely...
I'm a little biased.
Yeah, I feel like that we are probably the coolest sisters that ever existed. We're just waiting for, like, some TV program to come try to get us a reality show.
We're like the Kardashians, but we actually like each other.
Yeah. And we're not witches.
That will be touched on further, okay? Because let me tell you,
conspiracy episode. Yeezy, bro. Like, I've started so many fires on my Instagram. They're like, he just got older and is depressed. I'm like, nah, brother. Like, that's a completely different person. But we could cover all this. Like we're saying, there are so many things, Athena, that I want to talk to you about, and I want the world to hear. Like, nothing is off the table. You're not a little baby anymore.
No.
And we are covering every topic. We will be answering questions eventually. We will be doing challenges together. But my most excited thing is just to really bridge the gap between 20-year-olds and 35-year-olds. That's my age. I'm a mother of 4. I've been married to my high school sweetheart since I was 22. And as much as Athina and we have never lived together, whatever that means in the sister department, but we literally are the same human beings. She's just the mini version with a better ass. And then she's with her high school sweetheart as well. And I'm over here. I mean, again, because we want to cover that the podcast, why don't you tell them, and then I'll finish up what I wanted to say. What is our goal? What are the topics that, we have in our bio and all that kind of stuff?
So I think for me, I think that me and Jackie have the same vision, and in that vision we have different perspectives and like we're both in different places of life, which I think again is why this is so cool, because I'm just starting my life and she's young and fresh still, don't get me wrong.
Am I in my midlife?
No, you're not. You're in like quarter life. I think
whatever.
I have this perception that everyone in our family is going to live to like be 140. So I don't know.
I mean, same, but let's keep going.
But, I feel that I kind of want to bring this perspective to the table of like, okay, like you're in your 20s, you're starting to like try to figure your life out. Where do you start? Do other people my age have their life figured out? Like, I feel like everyone thinks everyone has their life figured out. In reality, they don't.
Sweetheart, I'm 35. I don't have it figured out.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. And I think that that's something I really want people to understand, because I talk to so many people my age and they're just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And like, I feel like everyone else knows what they're doing and I don't. And like, you're not alone. Like none of us know what we're doing. So I just, I think one of like our favorite words and things that we want to be constantly talking about is like empowerment and like living your best life, and like what things can you be doing every day to get to that point and be the person you want to be. Like every decision that I'm making, my goal is, I literally have this vision in my head of the person I want to be in 10 years. Is doing this going to get me there? And like, that's literally how I choose to like live my life. Like, I want to be like this woman in 5 years or in 3 years or in a year. Like, and is what I'm doing getting myself there? You're not going to wake up one day and just like be living like this like life that like you see on Instagram or whatever. Like, you have to be doing something to get there. And so I feel like seeing Jackie be obviously so young and so successful and living like a beautiful life with her boys and her husband and in a beautiful place, and like, like I look up to that. And so I think that, but just because you're also her age, or maybe you're older than both of us, like maybe you're literally like 40 or 50, like you can still have that. You know what I mean? Like it's never too late. And
never too late.
I just want people to believe in themselves a little bit. And like, if you're not happy in the place you are, like, let's like switch it up. Like, let's do something, because we are all responsible for ourselves. Exactly. And at the end of the day, I want to look back and be like, I did everything I could to get myself to the place that I want to be. And like, here I am. Instead of looking back and being like, oh, I could have done this and I wasted my time, which I don't believe in regrets, but you know what I mean? So I think that's really important. And really my goal with this is just to make people feel like they belong and they have a place and that they can do whatever things they want to do.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things as well is that we want all of our listeners to really feel like they are part of the family. Like, we are going to talk about everything. We are going to address everything. There's not one niche. We are so multifaceted that we had a hard time thinking, like, what are we, a wellness podcast? Are we an empowerment podcast? Are we a lifestyle podcast? We are all of that. And,
maybe one day we'll turn to a conspiracy theory podcast.
You don't know.
Knows?
True crime. Like, let's do our makeup and talk true crime. But no, so when Athina came to me, when you came to me with the idea, I was like, yes. And we will touch and have many episodes on what I've gone through in the last like 6-7 months. And those are topics for other days, but I was not in a position to take anything else on. So if you don't know me or you do know me, whatever, I'm going to tell you my deal. So my husband and I got married very young. I had 4 boys with him. So I spent the majority of Athena's time right now pregnant, barefoot and pregnant. And then in my 30s, I started a network marketing business by accident, complete by accident, built multiple businesses from that one sphere. I have an e-commerce brand. I do, digital products, my favorite word. And I really found myself and my empowered, I call it the mama roar, in my 30s. My 30s have been my favorite decade. So I can't even imagine my 40s, because honestly, you can ask Athena and think good genetics, but a lot of lifestyle that I'm aging backwards. I see the Facebook, memories come up and I'm like,
Guys,
whoa.
she literally looks hotter now than she did 10 years ago. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, doesn't that give you hope, my 19-year-old sister?
Yes.
But I basically set goals, because going back to us wanting to empower you, it's okay to want more. Like, we would call ourselves Christian women. We believe the Bible is true. We go to church. I don't look like a conventional Christian. I've got a full sleeve if you're watching us, not just listening. And in my conviction and searching the scriptures on my own, I realized, a lot of different things about myself, about my marriage. And to God be the glory for anything good in me or Athena that you see. But another thing that I want to touch on is just like, your thoughts create your reality. And I think people don't really realize that. And I know I sure as heck didn't realize that. But 4 years ago, I set a goal. I'm like, I'm getting my husband out of this toxic family business. And I sure as crap did. And it's been hard. And just like you were talking about, it's never too late. I'm still at 35. I feel like I'm having like a midlife crisis, because what I wanted to tell you guys is we had an opportunity to sell everything we own. And we built this beautiful bougie ass life in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We had the 3,000 plus square foot house. We lived in an actual cul-de-sac. Okay. In-ground pool, $20,000 swing set, backed up to Bigfoot land. It was, gated community, all things. And I'm like, you know what? That's not for me. That is just not for us. And there is nothing in life that is worth your peace. And watching my husband in a toxic, can I scream it loud, situation, and being able to say, nope, not doing it anymore. Let's go. We're going to go follow our dreams. And we are doing that. And I think that, Athena touching on that is like, I want our listeners, I want my sisters listening, my brothers listening. There might be brothers here. I want them to say, you know what, that's not for me. Maybe you want to travel the world in a van with your kids. Maybe you're, the whole thing with like generational BS, I think is so important for us to say, you know what, it ran into your family until it ran into you. And I believe that God wants us to live a life that is opposite of what so many times we're using as an excuse. Like, well, my daddy did it this way, or my mom was obese, so I'm going to be obese. Like, no, it's not happening. So I'm just really excited to talk to you every week, because I think the funniest thing, and then I'll shut up, which I can't shut up because it's our podcast, but
it's our show.
I know Athena, of course, came to the rescue. I'm a very red personality, they would call it. If you do the Enneagrams, I think I'm like an 8 or a 9.
That? Wait, what is that?
It's like a whole test you take. And
what is red? That's your personality?
Yeah. I'm going to send you the test.
Oh, okay, yeah. I need to take it.
You're probably a red. And you're probably, I think it's 8 or 9, my number, like your Enneagram number, and it's the challenger. And like, it has a bad rap. But anyway, I think that's what it is. Whatever, these tests. It's like a horoscope. But moral of the story is, why was I telling you this? Oh, so in that, it just helps you as a leader. Like I empower women. I have, a wellness team. I coach people. And when you know their color personalities, you kind of know what makes them tick and how their brain works. So like people who are very organized are typically yellow greens, and they want all the data.
Not I.
You're a red, sister. But anyway, so in my red personality, I don't like to stay here because I believe everyone can be every color. And so many people in my life and leaders use their color personality or their Enneagram number as an excuse, which I don't do that. But I did not want to ask for help. It was just us and the boys and Sean. And it was really hard. And Athena, of course, being my sister from the distance, because she's not living by us or anything, because she's up in New Jersey.
I live in Jersey, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Up in the dirty Jersey.
Yeah. She just said, like, what do you need? And that's why I brought up the color personality, because I'm not one to be like, I need help. And so I just was like, I need help. And Athena gets her little butt on a plane, flies out the day before. We're waking up at like freaking 3 a.m. practically. And we drive from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, all the way to the Florida Keys. You're talking 90 minutes from Havana. Okay. Like the closest Walmart, we're closer to Cuba than Walmart. And
Yeah.
the trip took longer because we had a moving truck, we had cats, we had 4 kids, we had 2 poodles. And literally it was 17 hours. The boys were on their best behavior, but the whole idea of the podcast came because we could not shut up this entire drive. It was 17 hours.
Guys, literally 17 hours straight of us talking from literally, like, we left at like 4 a.m. Like, whatever 17 hours is from that. Like, we got to the house at like 8 or 9 o'clock. And we didn't shut up. Okay? Like, we didn't shut up. Like, Yanni, who's Jackie's oldest boy, like, literally was like, I love you guys so much, but like, is this gonna stop soon? I want to sleep. And we were like, no, sweetie, like it's not going anywhere. Okay. So
we just had a lot to cover.
Yeah.
And we still do.
I could literally talk for ages, and TikTok only has the 3-minute option. Like, I could talk for way more than 3 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? So I texted Jackie and I was literally like, so, you know, I know you have like a lot going on, but like, we can do this like later, like next year or whatever. But like, I really think it would be so cool for us to like do a podcast together. Like, I love to freaking talk. I love to talk to you. And, you know, I feel like we're just cool and fun to like listen to. So like, people would listen to us. And which I don't even care if we had 0 listeners, honestly. Like, this is a vibe. Like, I'll get on every week and just talk. So like, I mean, I like to hear myself talk. So honestly, like, that's fine with me. Like, I talk to myself in the mirror by myself when I get ready. Like, I don't need anyone to listen. But like, you know, like, I just really felt like so passionate about this idea. And Jackie was like, and I knew like Jackie's been going through a lot for the past like half a year and whatever. And she was like, no, like, this has to happen. And I was like,
and it can't wait until next year.
And then we had a photo shoot booked. We had like mics ordered. We had like everything like ordered. And then it was like, what are you wearing to the photo shoot? And then like it happened.
Here we are.
And then like, here we are. And so I'm just so excited.
No, but the other thing with what you're saying too is like, you have questions for me all the time that are private conversations that could bless so many people. Yeah. And, you know, we want to work through all that. Marriage. I've been married for almost 14 years. Like, that shit is hard. And I want us to cover that. I want to talk about, you know, having babies and how was that with a sister so young, and then to prepare my sister.
I mean, guys, I'm literally like, Jackie probably could have had me. You could have had me as a teen mom. Like, like
with Sean.
Could you imagine just being mother and daughter?
Oh, it'd be even more funny, but
we're gonna have a mother-daughter. We're gonna have a mother-daughter podcast for sure. Yeah, but I feel like it's insane. Like Yanni is literally what, 5 years like younger than me. 6 years.
12. He's 12. He'll be 13.
Okay, so he's. I can't do math.
First.
Wait, I went to a private school, guys. I should know.
8. You became an aunt when you were 8.
Okay, so I became an aunt when I was 8. Like, where was I going with this?
That we have.
You could have. Yeah, like, I literally was a child, and Jackie was having a child. Like, so I used to literally go and stay at your house every summer for however many years I did. Yep. And literally like lived with you guys. And so I've really like seen it all, and I'm happy about that, honestly. I'm happy. And I think we had a really unique situation going on. And
we still do. I mean, I'm at that weird age too where like my son is like literally 6 foot and he's 12, and I don't look old enough to be his mom. So like when we're in public and like it's like Athena and Yanni, it's like we're getting there. We're getting to that place where we're like,
am I the daughter-in-law? Like, what's
like
happening?
Are you his wife? Are you his girlfriend?
Like,
No, but yeah, and I mean, we want to talk about like just our wellness routines, and we want to talk about like I
yeah,
homeschool my kids and just never doing anything because everyone else is doing it. I think the ultimate theme between you and I and what joins us, like besides the fact that my husband has literally known Athena since she was born, like literally, um we are leaders and we don't care to swim away from the herd and the pack, and we want to empower you to do the same. And sometimes that looks like, not taking on how you were raised or homeschooling your children because you realize that that's what's best. And look, we are never going to come here with like medical advice. We are never judging you. Like, I'm a
we're
firm
not
believer.
therapists. We're not
No,
like
I'm a firm
what's the
believer.
word?
Psychologist.
Psychiatrists,
Yeah, no,
whatever they're called. Like,
whatever.
we are not these people. Like,
Yeah,
we're everything that like I'm gonna come on here and talk about is like either from my experience or just like what I've seen in other people, or like we're never
yeah.
coming on here to like tell people what to do and like tell you how to live your life. Like, that's
Just
literally the point.
here. Yeah,
That's literally
exactly.
the point. Is I don't want to tell you how to live your life. Like, I want
Right.
you to make decisions and do whatever you want to do. And my issue, like my thing is like I just want people to again make empowered decisions and like
Right.
make decisions because like you believe in that. Like, not everyone agreed with you moving, or not everyone
No,
agrees
no.
with like the decisions you do with your kids, but at the end of the day, like, you're doing what's right for you and what's best for you, and you've considered all of the options that you could do, and then here
Right.
we are.
And also, don't
So
be afraid to say like pivot. Like, I'm not that kind of
right,
person. Like,
right,
if I'm not stuck in the Florida Keys, I'm a very talented woman. If this wasn't for me, I mean, we've pretty much burned every bridge down. But like, you can, just like you were saying in the beginning of this episode, it's never too late. Like, I don't care if you're 60, you're 70, like whoever's listening to this, you're empowered by something we say, change it now. Like, there's no perfect mom, there's no perfect aunt, there's no perfect daughter, there's no perfect sister relationship.
and
We,
also to whoever's listening to this, you don't get to guilt people about changing. You don't get
yes,
to look at someone and make them feel like an imposter because they're
right.
changing and growing as a person. And
No,
we will not tolerate that. Like,
no,
I will never look at someone and say that like they're screwed for life. I mean, I
right.
think that people have tendencies and you can tell like, okay, this person has something going for them or not, but you don't get to look at someone who develops and changes and grows as a person and be like, we're going to still hold you for something that you did or you said. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't get to do
Well,
that to
that's the
people.
thing. Yeah. And it's also like, hold freaking space for your sisters, because Sisterish podcast is not just about, obviously it is, we're sisters, right? But friends could be considered sisters. Like, I would
That's
consider
the ish part.
yes, exactly. So the ish part is hold space for your sisters that are different from yesterday, and maybe they have screwed up in the past with whatever, with their boyfriend choices, their whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure the only perfect person that ever lived is Jesus Christ. And why is it not a compliment when someone says, oh, she's changed? If you, as long as I'm alive and what I've known, and I have mentors that have the jets and the helicopters and are successful and the most humble people in my life and friends to me. And it's like, you want to know what the common theme is? Growth. They are teachable. They are coachable. They are humble. They are not afraid to learn from people who are more successful, or maybe to society standards aren't as successful, but they will know that there's something there that I can learn from this person. Maybe it's social media. Maybe it's how to make sourdough bread. Maybe it's how to do the correct form for a squat. I don't know. But the people stuck that are not going to be part of the sisterish community are the ones that are like, I've got it all figured out.
Yeah.
And those are actually the true imposters in life. And what I'm learning in all my 35 years is the most damaged, unhealed people that I've had, specifically in my circles, and obviously have cut ties, are the ones that don't know who they are. And I'm not saying to y'all that like, oh, Jackie knows who she is, or Athena, but be so
I definitely
confident.
don't.
No, but be so convicted and confident in your growth, and stay the course. And there's no reason for competition. There's no reason for jealousy. There's no reason for, like, I don't know, maybe I have something wrong in my body, but I know you're the same way. Like, if I see someone that has something that I would like, I do not revert to jealousy or envy. And God,
Me
thank you
either.
for that. What I see is, okay, maybe they're younger than me and they have the car I want or success in their marriage. Go up to that person, and that's what we want in this podcast, and ask, hey,
Yeah.
how'd you do that, sister? How did you do that? And
Yeah.
most times, that woman, being confident, being secure in who she is, not perfectly, they're going to tell you. Like, there's no
Yeah.
gatekeeping in my life, and I don't
No
plan on doing that
gatekeeping.
here. And yeah, so I don't know. That kind of went off on a tangent with you, baby sister, but that's like what I see
That's
for this.
okay.
And I'm just really excited. And I think what is it? We're dropping episodes once a week starting September.
Yeah, we're going to be doing weekly episodes, and we're, obviously you guys will see us we're going to be on YouTube, we're going to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but we really want our social medias, like our Instagram, especially, and our TikTok, to be a place where, like, you guys
Community.
all are included. Like,
yeah,
everyone can sit here at this table and talk with
Yep.
us. And, like, we want to have guests on in the future and talk to all different kinds of people. And,
yes,
like, just have all these different perspectives on this platform so that we can all learn. Like, me and Jackie are literally going to be sitting here, like, there's so
Taking
many
notes.
people.
Yeah.
So
literally.
that's really what, like, we want this community to be. And just, like, stay here for the wild ride, because we have a lot of exciting things planned. We have giveaways, we have challenges we want to do, we have, like, we want to do all these different things. So
actually,
stay tuned for the most exciting things.
Yep. Thank you so much for listening, Sisterish. I love you. I'll see
I love you. Bye.
Bye.